we finally got somebody to put Diamond in his place. Kefilwe is my new favorite cast member at the moment, guys, because she came with the drama. Diamond really thought he had a new toy to play with, and he invites her over for dinner, and she asked him, "Aren't you dating Fantana?" Diamond is like, "No, we just smash." Excuse me? We just smash. No, she's not my girlfriend. We just smash. She's my new favorite cast member. You know what she does? Oh, Fantana, poor baby. But guys, I know that she's still going to continue being in Delululand even after this revelation. I know.
We are back, baby! Hi, my name is Chibatrono and I love trash TV. And I just sat through 8 episodes of Young, Famous and African Season 3 so that you don't have to. And baby, I came with the notes. What did you think this is? I don't play. So here is every character. Also, one thing to know about this show, they're never in a good space. And most of the drama is pretty much forced, but I'ma tune in. Planned or not, baby, I'm thriving off the drama. First on my dissection list is Miss Fantana. She's of Ghanaian descent, but raised in the US. She's delusional. But one thing about her, she stays in her business. I remember when Annie was opening up to her and she was just like, damn, that's crazy. Because she doesn't care. She's also a girl's girl because she stood by Nadia's side. Bro, she was ready to die for this shit. And I just want to ask her, like, what do you see in Diamond? Because we kind of look alike though, I ain't gonna lie. What do you see, Fantana? Like, look at you. And I know it's a show and they have to push a narrative, but she looked like she was overcommitted. But you know, I just googled Diamond's net worth and get that money, sis. Oh my darling! Shakib, how many kisses would you like on your buttocks? Wow. The maturity, the aura, the boxer. Guys, his face card was so insane. Can we have a moment in silence for that? This was the only sane man on that show. The only rational, mature man on the show. Mind you, he's 27, probably younger than everyone. So age is just a number, ladies and gentlemen. But there's just something about Ugandans. They have a lot of home training. Ladies out there, in a world of diamond platinums, choose a Shakib. This was a really good representation of a real man. Zari. One thing about Zari, like, she's just so fucking beautiful. And she's an instigator. She's the definition of throw hands and do the bare minimum. You look crazy over there. And do not let that face card lie to you. She's not afraid of drama. She's not afraid to check you. I feel like she's just living her best life in her delusional world. And like, she's the boss of her world. And all of you guys are just subordinates in peasants. And but she seems to have a very genuine and happy soul. So yeah. Annie. Where to start? I have a whole notebook on you. Annie is a menace to the young, famous, and African society. She's the messiest on the show. She's messy. That's why she's always in shade. She's just constantly throwing shade. I think she has main character syndrome, and I love it because, yeah, it's it's about me. Because she doesn't really pick on specific people. She picks on anyone. She just throws the bone, and whoever will chew it. And her beef always starts from, I thought you were my friend. Girl, please go and look for the definition of a friend. Everyone's not your friend. Those people on that show are definitely not your friends, honey. She killed me when she compared Zari's wedding venue to her wedding venue. First of all, Zari was getting married. You are renewing your vows to a two-faced man, picking a fight with everybody else but that demon in your bed. And then she accused Nadia of being a witch just because she didn't want to be her friend. Like, and what I've come to the conclusion is stay with a Dusty and get Annie results. If you stick beside a man who embarrasses you over and over again, you will show up in the world like this. And at one point, Zari asked her, like, what do you do? Because you used to act 10 years ago, other than being Two-Face's housewife. What do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, the plot, the show, the guy. Diamond, aka Brent Fires from Temu. How do I explain this? He's just a Dusty with a lot of money. And the core wounds this man has, I think they have to be dissected and operated upon by Ben Carson himself. The gifted hands must come down and do the therapy. The lying, the manipulation. Zari is his ex-wife and they had 2 kids together. And this man said on international cable that if he wanted his family back, he could just snap his fingers and she'll be right in his lap. Tell me that's not the guardian of Satan's gates. And on the same show, He's trying to get with Fantana. And he's lying to her. He gave her flowers and was like, all the way from Tanzania, baby. And she's like, really? And in his confession, he goes, those flowers are not from Tanzania, but women need the lies. You'll perish. And I will be there. The show really pushed for this bad boy narrative, but it really just gave Chihuahua, you know? All I can say is, Zuchu, wherever you are, God bless your strength. God bless you. You is strong. You is strong. You is brave. Because this man talks about 3 different women, his current girlfriend, Fantana, on the show, and his ex-wife, Zari. And the crowd goes, not surprised. Kefilwe, the gods love you. Kefilwe was my favorite on the show. Class. She is a fashion icon. Put some respect on her motherfucking name. One thing about Kefilwe, she's just an observer. And I love that about her. Like, she's the kind of person to be told that on someone else and not take it as an opinion. She'd just be nice to them, which she did throughout the show. And I respect her for that. I love you. I actually loved your energy so much. And I feel like she was just there to show off her outfits, which I didn't mind. Swanky is the voice of reason. He is also the most elite fashionist on that. Like, I'm not even joking. He is a fashionista. Like, put some respect on this man's name. I am yet to see this man in a bad outfit. Like, wow. And he stays with a +1 on him.
We have a lot to get into, so we're gonna cut it into different parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, because a lot happens. Okay. All right, episode 1. The new season opens up. Zari is getting married to Shakib. I'm not gonna lie. Can I just say, Zari's dress. Zari looked amazing. Zari looked stunning. The makeup, the hair, the dress, the veil, everything was just amazing, incredible. Honestly, like, her makeup was just flawless. The glow, like, you can tell she looked happy. Like, she looks happy. Zari invites everybody to the wedding. Okay, and I'm talking about everybody. We're talking about Annie, Fantana, and they all show up to the wedding. Here's the thing, Annie want to talk about how she doesn't trust the group, she doesn't trust Zari, she doesn't like Zari, but yet you showed up to the wedding. Watching how Annie was moving at Zari's wedding just reminds me, let's just be for real, we all have that one auntie that's just like Annie. Always got something to say about everything, yet she needs to worry about her own, what she has going on. You don't care for Zari, but yet you got something to say about her husband, or how young he is, what is the age gap between them. You're discussing all of this right in front of her kids, right next to her family. Give Annie this though. I feel like when it came to discussing the age of Zari's husband and how young he is, but I will give Annie this. I do feel like Annie wasn't the only one that was talking about Zari's husband's age and how young he is. It was all of them. They were all discussing about Zari's husband's age and how whether or not he is 27 years old and all this right next to Zari and Shakib's family. Like, they're literally right there. Annie was the one that was continuing and consistently shading Zari at her wedding, but let's just be for real. All of them were talking about Zari's husband age. Collectively. One of them said, oh, Zari's husband is 27, and Annie reacted, was like, huh? 27? That's like around the same age as her sons, and everybody else were discussing it. All talking about it, but Annie was throwing the most shade throughout the night. And then on top of that, she wants to address Nadia at Zari's wedding. Out of all places, you want to address her at Zari's wedding. I don't know why you could have just waited until the next day or the day after. Literally, they're having a conversation, and then out of the blue, Annie just switches up and starts calling Nadia a witch, name calling her. You know, okay, fair enough, you're hurt. You know, you've got something to say. But why at Zari's wedding? To talk about how she feels a type of way because she felt like Nadia was taking sides, and how, you know, she feels like, you know, you want to act like you're not my friend. Okay, but discuss that like on another day. Why does it have to be at Nadia's wedding? It doesn't stop right there. She then goes on to doing a speech at Zari's wedding. Y'all are not even close like that for you to be doing a speech. Then want to talk about, oh, I felt a type of way about how you invited me to the wedding in front of everyone. And by the end of the speech, you want to talk about how you're happy for her. And then you want to throw a backhanded comment talking about, if this is love, then I'm happy for her because she's marrying a young guy. How many people have married their significant other that is younger than them? Zari isn't the first person to be marrying a younger man. Okay. Second of all, we all know that Zari likes younger guys anyway, so I don't know why it's such a surprise to everybody else. Don't get me wrong. Yes, Shakib looks young. He has a baby face. I don't think he's 27 years old. I'm going to be completely honest. I feel like Zari's in her 40s. She's like, what, 43, 44? And he's probably about 30, 31, 32. It isn't so bad, guys. The way Annie was making it as if like, wow, even so, Annie, what is it to you? Why are you so concerned about the age gap? Why are you so concerned about how her younger husband is? Did she pay your bills? Did she pay your rent? Annie, the way she was moving and her antics at Zari's wedding, I was like, Annie, you need to get off the show and get some help and some healing. This entire season and the storyline of Annie was the fact that she's still hurt from Swanky. Her and Zari have a back and forth. Don't get me wrong, I get that she went through something really traumatic and she's been going through a lot, and I totally understand. This is why I say she needs to get off the show and really heal and get some therapy. Like Quentin said, she needs to let go of this voice note. We've got other things to be worrying about. This whole voice note thing, I'm not being funny, but didn't Annie apologize last season to Swanky? She admitted that she did say a whole lot about Swanky. So I don't understand why we are revisiting this again. We need a fresh storyline, which is why at this point I feel like Annie needs to leave the show completely. I was hoping for a storyline on Annie going back into acting. She has a new acting role. Something. Oh no! Same thing, different season, and we are tired. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like Annie and Fantana do need to be at the wedding. Like the way they were just throwing shade. You don't have to be there. Tyler, when I talk about, oh, the wedding looks like a barbecue. First of all, you have other things to be worrying about.
As we are picking a cast member to represent Kenya on Young Famous African, we are picking serious real life ballers. Mademo Konado, like seriously loaded. People who can serve money and class, and they are eloquent. People who can really speak and argue in English. Si watu wenye tutapeleka huko, mtu anatudanganya maybe akona do na hana, na mtu pia hawezi communicate. We want people who can communicate, people who can argue, people who can pull drama, people who can really fly our flag. Si watu tu wakwenda huko sijui because they unajua huko Instagram we are being scammed a lot. Uku social media, people lie to you that they are rich, and in real life they're really struggling to make ends meet. Hey, you just don't know. It's fake. It's seriously lies on here. So eri hata to choose mtu mwenye hajulikani, but nikademka kona do na kanezenda huko kufanya vitu na kanezongea English. Is this two stories za kuweka ati I'm rich sijui where, and you don't have the class and the luxury, the lifestyle to show. Mnona watu wako kwa hiyo cast Iniedo, Zari, mnona Khani, mnaona wasichana. Please go read about those girls. They don't play. When they say they can serve lifestyle and money, they mean it. So please, when Kenya, you are picking a cast member, please consider we don't need embarrassment. I don't like to be embarrassed. Kama hakuna basi tubaki tu hivyo tusikwe kwa hiyo show. We do not need embarrassment. Twende huko watu wanatu embarrass. No. Today we need to show class, lifestyle, money, luxury, and people who can really communicate in English. Lack of communication, please. Please. I'm so serious. I don't want embarrassment. I'm still rooting for my girl, Agutu. I was hoping maybe, no, let me shut up. I'm still hoping that they will opt for somebody who's gonna fly our flag high. Thank you very much. Mi sina pesa, na sijawahi kasirika sina do. Ningekuwa na pesa, oh my goodness. But kama una pesa, usiko unadanganya watu. There's no shame in being broke, imagine. You can always show people that you don't have money but you look nice and you're just a normal person, and it's okay. Hizi stories za watu kudanganya watu tutaacha kidogo, but I hope we are going to to opt for somebody who's gonna really fly our flag high.